All right, we back with another cooking with Vizzy. Now, for one, again, just moved in. Did not buy all the dishes that I need in order to cook a whole bunch of stuff, but I got the basic things that you would need just to make some basic things. So, for one, excuse the mess. I'm moving the camera around, enough. And you'll see some things that are just a little bit cluttered, but clean as you go. Anyway, today we're gonna be doing what is it called? Biscuits and gravy. Yep. So what you're gonna need: onions, buttermilk, biscuits, sausage. I like the original. I don't like them sweet. And heavy whipping cream. Maybe some oil if you want some. But all you're gonna do is this. You're gonna dice up your onions and you're gonna brown them. That's all. Brown your onions. Me, I have an electric stove, so don't mind that heat. All that smoke, they're not burning. Onions just have a lot of water, and all of that steam is just the water being released. And electric stoves heat up really fast, so for me, I'm going like 5, maybe a little lower. For y'all, y'all can go to whatever medium, low heat is on your stove top. Anyway, you want these to be translucent, not brown and crispy, not caramelized and kind of like slimy like you would do if you order like a burger. You want them shimmering, kind of like this one in the very middle, this kind of fat one. You want it looking like that, almost see-through, but not really. For me, I put just a little bit of olive oil in the pan, just so it can help it, burn out a little bit and not get stuck on and anything like this, because I don't think these are stainless steel non-stick pans. I think they're just regular stainless steel. I don't think they have a non-stick coating. So, any type of fat, like bacon fat, lard, ghee, butter, oil, anything just to keep it from getting stuck on. Just use some of that. Alright, and I'll come back when they're about translucent. This is about what you want. As you can see, mine is starting to pick up a little bit of color, and I want a little bit of color just because biscuits and gravy is typically like a white dish, whitish gray dish, and you want that little bit of color, that little bit of black, that little bit of brown, to pop up, and you can only really get that from the seasoning. So I want the onions to shine through a little bit. At this point, you want to go in with your garlic. You can use fresh. I just use the jar chopped garlic. You want to go in with a fork. That way all the juice can fall through the bottom. You don't want to spoon and scoop up all of that extra stuff in it. But just do what you like. I like my stuff garlic heavy. So that's about, 2 tablespoons for me. You mix that all in. Just basic like that. Now the thing with garlic is garlic burns. They're super small. They burn, they get brittle. So you don't want to leave it like that for a long time. When you put your garlic in, after you stir it in, let it cook for just a little bit, like 10 seconds. After that, you want to immediately hit it with whatever else. So in this case, we're going to hit it with the meat. Alright, now I put in my packs of meat. I got a big family, so I use about 2 packs of everything. So every recipe that I see, I usually double it. Or whatever I'm cooking, I usually double it. And then if everybody doesn't eat it, that's either leftovers or, whatever it's going to be. So for y'all, y'all can just add the measurements as you see fit. Maybe 1 pack is good enough for you. Maybe half a pack is good enough for you. It's whatever you want to do. But the good thing about this is that the ones that I grabbed, they're already seasoned. So I don't have to do much seasoning. They're your standard breakfast sausage. You usually fry them, and then they're good to go. But if you do want to season, I'm not. But if you do want to season, I like heat. So for something like this, you would want to go like smoked paprika, regular black pepper, salt, garlic, onions, and then you want to go like this. So for something like this, you would want to go like smoked paprika, regular black pepper, salt, garlic, onions, and then you want to go like this. So for something like this, you would want to go like smoked paprika, regular black pepper, salt, pretty much it. You don't really add anything else. Maybe you can add some green to it, like some oregano, some sage, you know, because it's breakfast sausage. Breakfast sausage goes really good with sage. But knowing, you know, since it does do that, they probably already added it in there. You can just read the not the instructions, but the ingredients section of the packaging to see what it already has in it. But typically, you don't really even need to season this. The gravy, on the other hand, you do want to season. But just this, the meat, the onions, the garlic, you don't have to season anything when it comes to the meat portion. So I'm going to get this brown, and then I'll show you the next step. So this is about what you want. I already tasted this pretty good. So yeah, you want it like this, nice and brown, nice and pebbly. And then after this where you're going to start hitting it with the flour. Now I put my flour in. You probably can't tell because you don't see the white, but that's because if you ever cook with flour, you already know once you put it in, you got to start going immediately. But this is kind of what you want. If you can see it, I'm going to pick it up. So if you can kind of see it, you see how it's kind of pasty? Like it looks like it's stuck together instead of all individual clumps, how it holds its shape and it's not spilling out. And then, see all that residue left over? That kind of like stuffing? That's what you want. You want it to look like that. Because that flour and all the fat that you released from the sausage, it's binding together. And it makes it all clump up. Guest appearance. Hi, Samir. After that, that's when you hit it with the cream. You know? Now, the amount of cream that you use, it varies. If you want to use exact measurements, then, you know, you would have to, you know, do that. Me, because I cook for such a large number of people, you know, at the bare minimum, I'm cooking for 7. If there's any company, then I'm cooking for even more than that. So I don't usually measure my recipes out because there's no reason to. You know, if there's a little less, then I just add a little bit more. If it's a little more, then I skim out a little less. But yeah, something roughly about this. And then you want to mix this. You know, you want to get it all incorporated. You want to get it all mixed together because this will mix with the fat and the flour, and it'll bind into a thick gravy. And that's what you want. Right now, watery. But you want this to be, you know, a thick gravy that coats, you know, the back of your spoon. So, I'm going to show you what that looks like. Alright, and we back. And this is basically what you want it to look like. And this is basically what you want it to look like. As you can see, it's a thick gravy. You know, when I move it, it's slow to go back and everything. When I pick it up, it coats, it drops slowly. And that's about what you want. Now, some people will be done right here. I don't like my gravy this thick. I like it a little bit runnier. You know, not to the consistency of like a turkey gravy, but I want it so when I hold my spoon upside down, it drops off the spoon. I want it at least like that. You know, I like it just a little bit wetter. So I'm about to do that myself. Alright, and this is about how I like it. As you can see, I pick it up and it's sliding off the spoon. I like it right about there. You know, the last time it got stuck. This time it slides right off, but it still coats. And what I mean by coat is when I do this, if I can get it to stay still, when I do that, when I wipe my finger across the back, it doesn't fill up. It doesn't continue to drip. The sides don't close in to refill the spot that I wiped off. It stays just like that. That's what I mean by coat the spoon. It needs to be like that. So I seasoned it. You know, this is a white cream sauce. It's made with heavy cream, you know, not Alfredo. So basically all I did was just black pepper, salt, and smoked paprika, and a little bit of nutmeg. Nutmeg surprisingly goes really well with white sauces. I don't know why. If you ever do it, you'll taste the difference immediately. It's like a, man, it'll really step your game up. But as you can see, the fat started to bubble through, and that fat is flavor. So I'm gonna let that bubble through. I'm gonna continue to do what it do, thicken up a little bit, and then when I'm done, I'm gonna mix it all together, and then I'm gonna plate up. What's up? What's up, baby?
Yeah. Here,
and that's about right. The next time y'all see it, y'all gonna be seeing those biscuits that I forgot to put in the oven get heated up, and then you're gonna see it plated. Alright? Alright.
What's the thing?
The hell is that? Anyway, that's all you gotta do. So there's your gravy, there's your buns, your biscuits. Take that, plate up. Just gonna take a singular biscuit, take a spoonful, dump it on. And this is basically how it is, you know. Could be a little thinner, but it got warm because I was waiting for the biscuits to get done. But this is actually perfect because, as you can see, based on the plate, this is my daughter's food. And yeah, I don't need her throwing this all around the place. So, thanks for watching. This episode is how to make biscuits and gravy, and I hope you guys like it. Leave your comments underneath the video for anything else that you would like me to cook, and feel free to like and subscribe. And if you want any more types of updates or news, then feel free to go on to Mia Bolton's page on Facebook and you know, click the follow button. All right, thank you. Have a good one. Although we post on YouTube, not Facebook, just keep that in mind.